In the first chapter of Romans, the Apostle Paul outlines a chillingly specific progression of a society that has turned its back on its Creator. It reveals that God's judgment is not always a sudden bolt of lightning, but a giving over, a divine withdrawal. This process begins with a sexual revolution, which transitions into a homosexual revolution and ultimately culminates in a depraved mind where the society no longer possesses the moral compass to distinguish right from wrong. If we look at the history of the United States since the 1960s, we see this exact progression unfolding with startling precision. We are not merely drifting, we are seeing the biblical cycle of abandonment play out in our own backyard. It is clear that our nation is under judgment. However, as believers, we cannot simply point fingers at the world. Scripture tells us in 1 Peter 4:17 that judgment begins at the house of God. If the nation is in decay, the first question isn't what is wrong with the culture, but rather, what has happened to the church? What have we done wrong? Or perhaps more importantly, what have we stopped doing that we were commanded to do? Christ-like love. We have many biblical churches today that pride themselves on rightly dividing the word of truth. They are bold in their doctrine and uncompromising in their theology, and this is a good thing and necessary. But truth without the heart of Christ is as hollow as a bell. What seems to be tragically lacking in our modern congregation is genuine fellowship. The kind of radical, sacrificial, Christ-like love commanded in John 13 and 15. Jesus didn't say the world would know us by our perfect systematic theology. He said they would know us by our love for one another. If we labor more towards Christ-like love, the byproduct is unity. When a body of believers truly is united, not just by a shared creed, but by a shared life, something supernatural happens. We become emboldened. The fear that keeps individual Christians quiet in a hostile culture evaporates when they are backed by a community that truly loves like Jesus. Our nation is in a state of rapid decay and encroaching darkness, but decay is slowed by salt and darkness is dispelled by light. By returning to the new commandment of Christ-like love, we don't just fix our churches, we create a unified front. It is through this unity that we gain the strength to go forth and slow the spread of depravity. If we want to see the nation change, we must start with our biblical churches balancing the scales of truth and love, head and heart.